Some stories are so shocking, so devastating, that they change the way we think about justice, safety, and the systems meant to protect us. This is one of those stories. The story of Gabriel Fernandez, an 8-year-old boy from Palmdale, California, whose life was stolen in a way that is almost too painful to believe. Gabriel Daniel Fernandez was born on February 20th, 2005, in Los Angeles County. He was the youngest of 3 children. For most of his early years, Gabriel lived with his grandparents, Robert and Sandra, who described him as gentle, curious, and kind-hearted. But in October 2012, everything changed. Despite warnings from family members, Gabriel's mother, Pearl Fernandez, took custody of him. Together with her boyfriend, Isauro Aguirre, turned Gabriel's life from love to terror. From the first days in their home, Gabriel's teachers noticed changes. He arrived at school with bruises, injuries, and once even told his teacher, Jennifer Garcia, that his mother hit him. In another chilling moment, he asked if it was normal for mothers to hurt their children. Reports were made to Child Protective Services. Social workers visited. Yet the poor kid always returned home to the very place where the nightmare continued. Over the next 8 months, Gabriel endured treatment no child should ever suffer. He was systematically abused and tortured. This included regular physical beatings, burns from cigarettes and heated objects, shots from a BB gun, and the forced consumption of cat litter, cat feces, spoiled food, and even his own vomit. Beyond the physical torment, he was subjected to psychological abuse, such as being forced to sleep, bound and gagged in a small cabinet, and made to wear girls' clothing. Gabriel's siblings reported that his mother and stepfather would laugh during the abuse. According to prosecutors, one of Aguirre's motivations for this abuse was that he believed Fernandez was gay. It wasn't just violence, it was torture, and it was ongoing while countless warnings went unanswered. On May 22, 2013, following a beating reportedly inflicted for not tidying his toys, Gabriel was rendered unresponsive. Pearl subsequently called 911, and paramedics discovered Fernandez naked with horrific injuries, including a cracked skull, broken ribs, and BB pellets lodged in his body. Gabriel was transported to Antelope Valley Hospital, where he was declared brain dead. 2 days later, on May 24, 2013, Gabriel Fernandez was pronounced dead. He was only 8 years old. The autopsy concluded that his death was a direct result of blunt force trauma, aggravated by neglect and malnutrition. In the aftermath, Pearl Fernandez and Isauro Aguirre were arrested and charged with capital murder and torture. The community and the nation demanded answers. How could so many signs have been ignored? During Aguirre's trial in 2017, jurors heard disturbing testimony about how he participated in the cruelty. Prosecutors painted him as deliberate and merciless. His defense claimed he was manipulated by Pearl, but the jury saw through it. Aguirre was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to death. Pearl Fernandez, Gabriel's own mother, later pled guilty in 2018. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But the case didn't end in the courtroom. Gabriel's tragedy exposed major failures in Los Angeles County's Department of Children and Family Services. Social workers had received multiple reports, yet Gabriel remained in danger. In an unprecedented move, 4 social workers were charged with child abuse and falsifying records, though the charges were eventually dismissed. The system that should have protected Gabriel failed him. Gabriel's story shook the nation. Vigils were held, documentaries were made, and his name became a rallying cry for change. Lawmakers and advocates called for reforms in child welfare, hoping to prevent another tragedy like this one. Though Gabriel's life was short, his story continues to echo. A reminder of the responsibility we all carry, to protect the innocent, to listen when they cry out, and to act before it's too late. This was the case of Gabriel Fernandez, a child failed by those who should have protected him, and a tragedy the world must never forget.